like the head and I or whoever is, as my guest. But so I don't see you guys. You guys see each other because there's so many shows on Friday, so you see them, often.
Coming in and out.
Yeah, but I don't get to see most of my fellow workers, and sometimes that's a disappointment.
Yeah, but you get Hefe all to yourself. So I know he's a handful. So that's why you have to have the building closed on Sunday.
Yeah, so there's no witnesses. Sorry, guys. I have to put him on check and
we put the cameras on still, so they don't see us walking back and forth. They just see the empty hallway.
Well, you know what? Actually, when we were in the other studio, there was cameras everywhere in the studio. Inside the studio, we have like tons of cameras. So it was pretty funny because he used to play jokes on me. He would see where I was, and it was like bigger. The studio was bigger, so he would play like pranks and stuff. And I'm like, really? All right, I'm gonna get you. And I will get him a couple of times. Stuff like, you didn't see that with all the cameras there?
Right.
Like, all right.
He's like, what? What's going on?
Yeah, were you able to share?
Yeah. So, go to Ignite.
Okay.
Or it should
have been there.
So, y'all, like Sylvia's doing that. I am so excited. I am so excited to have her on. As you know, the month of May, I've been celebrating all the queens out there, and all the moms, the girls that are just handling business, and just all those queens that are doing stuff out there. I always like to call us mompreneurs, because we're entrepreneurs, but we're moms. And so mompreneurs, boss ladies, just handling their business. And Sylvia she's amazing. She is so beautiful inside and out. And, for me, it was just such an honor to ask you. And I was like, I don't even know if she'll do it for me. I was like, of course. But, because you always get those, like, butterflies when, like, well, for me, anyway, like, when I really look up to somebody or, somebody that I really, like, admire that you, like, get, like, all, like, butterflies, so you're like,
but
will they do it?
No, but, it is, well, to me, it's really flattering that you think of me that way, but I think I'm just a normal person, and although we have a lot of stuff going on and things like that, you're more than welcome. You're more than free to ask me anytime, whatever you want, and I'll be, more than happy to do it, so I really appreciate it. So, yes, I'm just, it's just a lot of people do think, that we should be acting a little bit different, and I totally understand there's a lot of people out there because they have just one thing, I don't know, let's just say they sing and they think they're all that now. So when you talk to them, it's kind of like you feel that kind of like the wall that they put between you and them. Like, wait a minute, now I'm a singer and you have to like touch me a little bit different, or like you can't really ask me that type of stuff and things like that. And I just think that's kind of crazy if you ask me. But no, more than happy I will be every time you ask me to be here.
Yes. Well, I was so excited, y'all. And like I said, Sylvia is so beautiful inside and out, and she has done so many things. Some of you might know her from Canciones de Domingo, but she's also an amazing mom. She's a model. Her beauty, look at her beauty. I mean, you could just tell already. Come on, right here, screenshot that right now.
Thank you. Actually, it was like, it was, when I was asking you, I was like, was it more casual or what? But she's a queen as well. She's a mom, and she's working a lot, and she does a lot of, voluntary work as well. She does so much stuff. So I was like, let's celebrate you as well. So let's kind of dress up, and take over the world today.
I
So.
know. I was so excited to dress up last night. I was like trying on everything. I was like, yes. I was like, I gotta wear something nice today.
I know, because usually, we're like running like crazy, and like I was thinking, like I said, the first time I get out of the house, I'm gonna be all dressed up, makeup on, and everything. And actually, I went out of the house. I think it was last week. I had to go and get some stuff from my kids' school, so that was my go out thing that I was so excited about. And since it was like they said, okay, we have only 2 hours for you to pick this up, so I was on my PJs, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go and enjoy,
Yeah.
And it was really nice. Like I never put my windows down in my car because I get headaches, like with a little hot wind, I think. I don't know what it is. So this time I had all my windows down, the sunroof of the car open, and I was like, who am I?
You're like, I'm living life right now.
And I was like, and I was PJs. Like, I thought I was going to be all, but now I am. It's my second time now. I mean, as far as like going somewhere and seeing
Yeah.
other people. So it was really, really awesome. And yeah, when I was like you say, like when I was thinking like, oh, what's to work tomorrow, and I was thinking, I was looking actually at the clothes that I had worn before, and I was like, no, this is a special day, let's get something new and let's get it on. And so it was
Yes.
really, it was a very special opportunity to do this.
Well, you look beautiful
Well, thank
as
you. So as you.
always. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I was like, I was like, hurry. Let me tell you how many times I tried stuff on. I was like, okay. I was like, y'all, now's the real test. When you start getting ready,
Yes.
you know how much you've been eating during quarantine.
Oh my
I was
God.
like, okay,
Oh.
my faja isn't happening. Like nothing okay. I was like, suck it in. Only one Mountain Dew today. Don't drink no more.
Yeah, because the soda usually
Yeah.
like blows you. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, well, I'm not having with the soda, but
Yeah.
that's what it does. That's one of the things like when people ask me like, I want to just kind of stop eating so much crap and lose weight.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, so what do you want to stop eating? And it's like, well, all I eat is crap. And I was like, okay, what do you drink? And like soda. And I was like, why don't you start just leaving the soda?
Yeah.
I'd rather this is what I do. I'd rather have all kinds of food and drink water than have like a salad with the soda. Like, so my calories actually, I love my calories and my carbs in my food,
Yeah.
not my drink. So that's what I do. And a lot of people's like, oh, that's kind of loud. I was like, no, because I eat whatever I want.
Yeah.
So maybe you should start too.
Mine's the opposite though. I really don't eat a lot. So like I eat little meals like here and there, or if I do have a meal, it's just one meal, like one big meal in the day. But I drink a lot of soda. Like I'm really bad.
Well, yeah.
I'm better than I used to be though, y'all. Because let me tell you, back in the day, like I used to drink more than a 12 pack a day.
Wow.
Like it was ridiculous. I think it became more like habit, right? Like when you just start like
Addiction, you mean?
Yeah.
Addiction.
It's a habit.
Call it a habit.
It's a habit. In my eyes, it's a habit. There's a song by KJ52 called "I'm Addicted to Mountain Dew." But when he first came out with it, everybody said it to me. They're like, "This is you." But I used to drink so much soda. I've like gotten better. Like I know it's still bad, y'all, but like I've gotten better. Like down to like maybe 5 a day, which is still bad. But it's
better than 12.
Yeah.
I mean, 12 is a lot, and it takes steps. It's baby steps. So I think
Yeah.
you're doing good.
Well, I went this one time and I like totally quit just drinking soda. Like I was like, alright, I'm gonna stop. Lost like 20 pounds, no joke, just from not drinking soda. Nothing changed. I didn't change eating. I wasn't running, not doing like anything. Just quit drinking soda. And then the Super Bowl happened. And someone offered me wings, and I was like, "Well, you have to have a soda with wings." I was like, "Just one, just one. It'll be okay."
And I bet you tasted really bad at the beginning.
Actually, like,
no,
no, it was really shocking because I was waiting for it to taste bad, and like. Y'all, I know it sounds crazy, but the minute it hit my lips, I was like, "I miss you, my love. Where have you been all my life?"
For me, like I used to drink a lot of Coke, well, just any soda, but usually Coke or Pepsi, whatever. And so we go out to restaurants, and my husband's like, "Oh, I want water," and I'm like, "Me too, water." And my kid's like, "Oh, I want Coke." And I'm like, "Okay." So then I am like taking sips out of their Cokes, and it's like, "Oh, you guys don't have to go." Yes, they do. And they're like, "No, we don't." Done. Finished it,
Yeah.
So they're like, "Mom." So it was like that all the time. So I wasn't drinking it out of my own cup, but I was drinking my kids. And so then I think it was like about actually a year ago, my son decided not to have more soda at all. So he quit drinking soda. I was like, ugh, I had to support him. And my husband's like, yeah, me too. So we all kind of stopped. The only one that drinks soda is my daughter.
Yeah.
And I was like, just because you're skinny, you can, but but hopefully, like with the time that she kind of gives it up. But I think I actually enjoy more the food now, just because like it's not that I'm getting food from the soda, not all the air, all the sugar, all the gas and stuff. It's just like okay, I'm gonna eat more of the food than drinking all the soda.
Yeah. And soda, it's It's the devil, no. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Yeah, sometimes we rebel.
So I want to jump in because I want people to get to know who you are. And so, before we talk about Canciones de Domingo, I want people to know because a lot of people don't know that you're a model.
Yes.
So how did that start? Where did it start? Like, how did that all begin?
Well, that began back in, let me see, in 1990. I want to say about 1994, 1995. Um, it was just really weird because, like, people went, like, my teachers at school, they will always be like, oh, you should be a model, the way you stand up. And I was like, oh, what's going on? The way I stand up, like, it was just weird to me. And but then I used to live in Commerce City, around the corner of where there was like a big shopping center,
Yeah.
and there was a boutique there. And so I just went to just inside just to look at the clothes and stuff. And the owner is like, oh hi, I'm like, hi. It's like, do you model? And like, no. And she's like, oh, I'm gonna have a fashion show for the new clothes that I have. And there's actually different boutiques, here local, blah blah blah. Would you mind modeling for me, and I'll give you your whatever you like, for half the price. I'm like, really?
Like, I'm in.
I was like,
I'm sold.
I was kind of like, oh, okay, well, all right, okay, well, so let's do it. So I did that, like a couple of times, I think I did,
Yeah.
and it's also my sister, so we're both together all the time, so we did those, and then one of my teachers actually from high school, the one that kept telling me, you should model. There was this big contest for Jessie Penny. It was the Hispanic model search for the designers of Jessie Penny, and that was a big contest many 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 moons ago. And so I was like, no. And he's like, come on, Sylvia, do it. I was like, no. And then one of the times, like, he brought me the application, and I'm just like, no, I'm not gonna do it. And my sister was taking photography class in high school at the time,
Yeah.
and she needed to take some photos. So she's like, "Ah, can I take photos of you?" And I was like, "Oh yeah." So I kind of like did my modeling, whatever. And actually, those she printed those in black and white, and then everything was sent out to Jessie Penny. And I forgot about the whole thing. It's actually the last day, actually the last hour of the contest. That's when my application got in. So it was like barely making it, whatever. So I didn't think about it. And so then later they called me and like, hey, you're one of the finalists, the semi-finalists for this contest. I was like, what are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. And by that time, I hardly spoke any English, so it was kind of like, what are they talking about?
Yeah.
Is this a joke? It's like, am I understanding right? It's like, who can translate for me? So I actually went into Jessie Penney's, where they had a corporation back then, and yeah, they told me like, yeah, you're one of the semifinalists. The contest is in I think it was June or July. I totally forgot. This was in 1996. Um, and I'm just like, okay. So when I got there to rehearsals and I saw all these people, it was not just Colorado. It was people from Wyoming, Missouri, Texas, Utah, Montana. It was like 8 different states.
Yeah.
So we were all semifinalists. And I was like, I'm looking at all these people, like this gorgeous, blonde, tall, and everything.
Yeah.
And yeah, so anyways, we started doing rehearsals and things like that. And the day of the contest, I remember they pulled two of us on the side and they did some like interview, and then they had us walk. And I'm like, okay, maybe they're already eliminating people and stuff. And then at the end, ended up being that I won the contest, and they were sending me to international contests to participate with like Spain, Argentina, Venezuela, all of them. And I'm like, what? And this was in Dallas, Texas. And I was like, I never traveled by myself. My parents never even let me spend the night over somebody else's house. So I was like,
Girl,
how
I
is this
know.
gonna happen? Yeah. So I was like, okay. And my residence, to be able to travel here in the United States, just got to my house. So it was like perfect timing. And so yeah, they sent a chaperone with me from Jessie Penny, and my dad let me go to Texas. and it was a big thing. It was like the most amazing thing ever. Like the fashion show, the content, like the people, the like everything was just amazing. And we had about 3 days of training, and but the day that that happened, actually, my first um, like close family member passed. So it was like a really sad day.
Yeah.
And my uncle, the one that was gonna be there, actually at the contest, even on the cast. So it was really, really sad. So I didn't wanna like do anything anymore and everything. So I was kind of like it was really exciting, but at the same time really sad. And but yeah, it ended up being that I got third place. Somebody actually grabbed my nightgown when we were gonna model the nightgowns, and they put the orange all over my nightgown. They stole my bra and everything. So it was like really kind of crazy, and there was so much stuff going on. And so when I saw all that stuff, and then after coming back to Colorado, I actually got the contract with Jesse Penny, modeling for their designers and their fashion shows. And then I was a judge for all the future competitions for this contest. And but it was like really crazy how models were acting, and like a lot of stuff that you really never saw like growing up,
Yeah.
and probably being Mexican and being in such a like very strict family, like seeing like what they were doing drugs and stuff. I mean, instead of eating, they would like cotton balls, like dip in orange juice and swallow those so they can fill their stomach, and they wouldn't eat it. Here I am with my big nails, and it's like, is this normal? It's like, I don't think I really want to be around this stuff. And, but anyway, that's how I started on the modeling.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's such a good story. Oh my gosh, that's so amazing, and it's so true because even like with us as as Mexican families and stuff like that, or even studying with the minorities and like coming up, like it's so amazing to see because it's like, yeah, like we're doing it,
Exactly.
Like
Exactly. And actually, there was a lot of contracts that they were offering me like on different countries as well. But once again, you're Mexican, your daddy doesn't let you go anywhere. I was lucky that this time, he let me because we had a chaperone and everything. And one of the good things is actually I got my own hotel room when we got there, so that was like just perfect. But it was kind of like I have all these opportunities, but I know my dad, my parents won't
Yeah.
let me do any of this stuff, so maybe it wasn't meant to be. And so that's what I only did it for like I think I did it for like 4 years at the beginning. And then that's when I decided, I was like, you know what, I need to learn English and I need to go to college.
Yeah.
That's what happened. So,
Nice.
yeah.
So where did you go to college at?
It doesn't exist anymore, but it was Parsons College. It was actually here in 80,
Yeah, I
88
know
or
what
something
you're
like
talking
that.
about. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was Parsons College. It was a private college,
Yeah.
very expensive. So maybe that's why they closed, because like nobody was going there. But yeah, so that's where I went.
That's
to college. Yes. Yeah.
awesome. And then you're also into acting. If you don't know that, if a lot of our viewers, if you don't know, Sylvia also does acting. She is like all well rounded, y'all. Let me tell you, that's why she's queen. She's got it all.
No, thank you. That was actually I started that as it was even more weird than modeling, just because I came back to modeling because everybody was asking me for my son for to be a model when he was a baby. Um, and I was just like, no, it's okay, But they were insisting so much. Even like the owner of one agency is the one that's like, you know what? I'm the owner of the agency, and I really want your son, and blah blah blah. So, anyways, he landed a gig, and so we went to the office, and then I heard like they were struggling. They're like, yeah, we need a Hispanic model, but to act on this commercial. And so there was like the lady, the receptionist, and the owner, and they both looked at me, and I was like, oh no, I don't model. They didn't have any idea that I used to model or anything. But they're like, oh, but you can do this, and blah blah blah. And I was like, oh, no 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 no. And my husband said, just do it, just start doing this. I mean, because I just have quit my other career that I went to college for to stay with my son. And so that's when I was like, okay, so I'll do it then. And then they're like, oh, you need to act. And I was like, oh, no, I used to model, but I never acted. And like, it's going to be fine. You can do this and blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, oh, okay, this is fine. Whatever. So that's when I started. I started on commercials, acting in commercials and commercial printing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then I got a big opportunity at this. It was gonna be a web series. I did like 4 episodes came out, and then something happened. They pulled it off. But that's when I started all my nursing career. Yeah.
Yes, and you did fabulous.
Thank
And
you.
then also, guys, if you haven't know, or if you don't know, you actually just recently did a commercial for Safer at Home.
Yes.
Yeah,
To stay at home.
yeah, to stay home. She was practicing what she preached because she was at home.
Yeah, I was at home. I was. It just I think it kind of got crazy. A lot of people talking about all this COVID-19 not being something real.
Yeah,
But this is the thing I told them. I mean, right now we don't need to care like who got this out, how it spread out, how what were the intentions behind it. Right now it's here and it's killing people, and that's what it matters. So we need to take care of ourselves. So I was fortunate that the people that do the Latin Fashion Week here in Denver asked me with another like actually big people from Hollywood did a commercial for to stay at home. So I was really I was really happy about that. I was like, okay,
yeah,
you want me to do it? Okay, I'll go and do it. But it was something that I really wanted to do just because so that way people knew that it is something serious.
yeah.
Actually, I just want to send my condolences to my family. A couple of days ago, one of my cousins passed from COVID in Mexico, so it is something real.
Yeah.
So
And let me tell y'all that when I seen her on the commercial, I was like, yes, queen! I was like, come on! I was like, rewind it, share it. I was all passing it
thank
over
you.
to everybody. I was like, she's my friend.
Oh,
I know her.
thank you so much. Yes, it was a great experience, and being fortunate and getting little things here and there that make
Yeah.
you know I'm not saying like I'm gonna be a big artist or anything like
She
that,
is.
but it's
We're putting it out in the air. We're putting it into existence. We're speaking life over
universe.
it.
Are you listening? I'm just no, but it is something that little experiences. You get to know people, and you never know actually where these people are gonna go, or like how far they're gonna go, and then next thing you know, they're on TV. I have a friend, Kendrick. Yassi, love you, my BFF. Actually, he's the one that gave me a big opportunity to start doing like mafia roles, like the mean person. And he said, I don't know, Timmy, like you're so cool, but I think you'll be so good at doing like mean, roles. And I was like, okay, I think you see me mad.
Like, would you really see?
Yeah, but he's the one that invited me to do Big Mike, and Big Mike, was like the big bug,
Yeah.
and that was just wonderful. I loved it. After that, they keep calling me like, "Hey, I got this role where you like the wife of the mafia guy," and like, okay, like have any moms or anything out there?
They're like, yes, a mafia mom.
Exactly. So it's been really nice. I mean, Kendrick, my friend Jazzy, he has been working with like so many big people. It's just really incredible, and so you never know. I mean, it's you have to enjoy every person that you meet, even if it doesn't matter. Like if it doesn't matter, it's he's the one that opens the door for you. Be always nice to that person. That's what I was telling you when people was
Yeah.
like, don't ever feel like I'm gonna be like, oh, she's gonna tell me no because she's like too busy or something. That's not cool. Like, be nice to everybody. That's one of
Yeah.
the things that is really important. Be humble.
Yes, definitely be humble. And there's so many people I feel like that I was telling somebody this the other day. I was like, you're one person away getting connected to like an answer or an opportunity or just any open door, like we're we're such a big world but we're a small world. Like
Yes.
we're all intertwined and connected.
Yes.
And it could just be like me asking you and you know that person and that's what I needed. And it's just like so it's like don't count people out. Like there's a lot of people and not that you go out to like use people, that's not what I'm saying.
No.
But yeah. So don't twist my words. But I think sometimes we get in those perceptions of like this is specifically my group and that's the only people I can hang out with. And like I can say hi bye to you, but like I'm not gonna open myself to get to know you or learn who you are.
Like you get opportunities.
Yeah. And so I think like, And I always talk about it. You know, I do. I always talk about community and being in those big communities
because you
and
do a
just
lot of volunteer
challenging.
work with
Yeah.
everybody.
And it's just like you meet so many different walks of life. You meet so many different people, and just the people like that you put yourself around, like they inspire you and challenge you and like level you up and like even if they don't know it, like those people, like you're learning from those other people, and it's just a good thing. Like you should never count anybody out, and just always be good.
Exactly, and like you said, if you don't give them the opportunity to get to know you, or you don't give them the opportunity to tell you about themselves, you're never gonna know what the person went through. Like sometimes I find like there are amazing stories behind people that you never thought like they went through them. Like really, like if they don't say it, you will never know the way they act and stuff like that. And it was really really strange. Like the other day, actually, I was talking to my mother-in-law, and she was telling me she was remembering all the times that her mom came to Colorado for holidays, and we were there sitting, and I was talking to her, and unfortunately, her mom passed. And she was saying, Sylvia, thank you so much for always being there for my mom. Like I noticed everybody would kind of like go away from her, and just leave her alone. And I was like, I was so interested on the stuff that she had to say. She always had some stories that will make you think it and think, oh, okay, and even though they were religious, I'm a very spiritual person. Not really like religious, but I'm a spiritual person. So I like to hear what everybody thinks about their religion, their why they think the way they think. Sometimes we judge somebody because they said, "Oh, I love this," and you're like, "How can you love that? Like, it's not. You shouldn't." But you haven't heard the person talking about it, like why they love it. So there's so many things that if you don't give the person the opportunity to get to know you and you to get to know them. A lot of people judge me all the time by my photos. They're like, oh, she's such a, what, and she's so stuck up, and she's very much realistic, high maintenance, and it looks that way because they're photos, and I'm hired to make those photos the way they ask me
That's
to
when
make
she's
them.
doing her job.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on, queen.
So now I'm not like this. Somebody told me if you don't smile, you look like a girl. I was like, well, besides I am. It's like I'm not like that like all the time. You have to do something to me in order for like to make a click and push my button. But it is always that you have to give the opportunity to people to talk to you and to tell you what they want to tell you. Sometimes they want to ask you so many questions, and they're so afraid because you have this barrier, and that doesn't have to be.
And how they don't have a resting Bible free.
But I have that.
So do I, girl. So do I get that all the time.
It's like, oh wow, smile.
Especially when I get lost in thought, people know that because I zone out a lot. So people that are around me a lot know that. Like, I'll totally be like, how we are now, and then just be like, they're like, Melissa! And I'm like, totally zoned. And so,
yeah, it happens. It happens. You're kind of out of there. Like, we used to go to the dances, when I was in high school. And I have this friend that actually he's been in my show a couple of times because he's a soccer coach. And he used to tell me like, I was going to take you out to dance, but I didn't recognize you. But I saw your face. I'm like, I ain't getting close to her. And I don't know it was you. So yeah, but you were not smiling. I was like, there's nobody around me. Why would you want me to smile? Like, like nothing. So yeah, so even my friends used to tell me that. But I think that's but I'm always open to, I talk to people like we were talking one of the times too that answering their messages, spending time. I mean, you guys take your time making a comment. I'm gonna make my time and respond to the comments. Of course, if it gets kind of out of hand, then we kind of have to put our limits too, because if we are giving you our time to acknowledge you and to talk to you, to get to know you, and something like that jumps up, it's like you're totally wasting our time. Not respectful and things like that. So that's when things change a little bit. So that's my output on that as well.
Yes. And if you don't know, go back to the archive and watch our video before.
Yes, exactly.
It's really good. And also, like, speaking on that, one of the things that I wanted to mention too is just listening to understand. And I was talking to someone about that the other day. It's like, a lot of times people want to be heard, and even like right now, like kind of like the chaos that's going on right now with the unjust, and we pray for those families, and just for everybody, and just um, I try not to get into politics because it is really just a messy thing. But speaking on that, is just sometimes you just need to listen to understand, and how you want people to listen to you and like get you and understand you and know what you're feeling and know how you're feeling. Like sometimes like when people are so hurt and so much is going on, and not even just in this matter, just in life in general. Like sometimes there could be things that just are so hurtful to you, and like you're so frustrated and so just
You can find the words a lot of times, and you just come out with like either bad words or just being like insulting because you don't know how to express it sometimes.
Yeah. And sometimes you just gotta listen to understand, and all that's all it takes sometimes, because like people will really see that like you took the time to understand them and how they felt, and you didn't jump in right away of like, oh, this, or you know it all or anything like that. It's just really like listening to understand, and I think that's one of the key things too, is just listening to understand.
And sometimes people want to be listened, even without you giving them advice. They just want to be heard. Like sometimes they start talking, and you're like, oh yeah, you can do this like this, and it's like they just wanted to let it out, like let them talk, let them, that's actually one of the things that I learned from my other career as a network engineer. I was a lead on my career, and I had to help a lot of other people. And people were telling me like, why are you helping someone? Oh, it's so weird. It's like it's my job. Because like all the other leads will like run, like you're like, oh, so it's coming, boom, it's like, oh great, I got
like,
it.
What about
exactly, or like, oh, I'm so busy, and they will send them to me because they knew I wasn't gonna, turn them around. But yeah, it was different people, different type of people. Some people call them weird, whatever, But actually, I got to know really good people, people that were never hurt, because besides that, like they kind of started trusting me.
Yeah.
Like, oh, if I need help, I really can go to her. She's gonna help me with adjusting me, and then they started telling me their lives, and there was some incredible stuff that I have learned from these people, and that's one of the things that you're going to miss if you don't give them the opportunity to get close to you. And although like now I have a lot of people telling me too, like, Sylvia, you're not just a regular person anymore. You need to put like a barrier and things like that. And I'm doing my best just because I know like it's not just my safety, but it's also my family, my kids, where I go, and then people try to come or something. But I try to do my best to be there for everybody, and I'm always learning.
Yeah.
Always learning.
Yeah. And I like how you brought that up, because I've always been that way too, and people have always asked that too, like, why are you hanging out with them, or why are you talking to them? Excuse me. But they're like, why are you talking to them? And it's like, I know how it was always being the one who was like alone, and no one would come talk to me, or people wouldn't hang out with me, or people thought, just different things of me like all the time. And I always said to myself that I would always be that person for someone else who was never that for me.
Exactly.
And it's so true, because you miss out on so much of who people are and their stories, and it's like you truly get to know like genuine people. And
so they're not all fake to just come to you.
And it's like, and you build those connections, and it's like those real genuine connections, and it's just like, don't put people out. Like it just amazes me a lot of the time, because I'm like, I don't know, sometimes I don't understand, and like I'm like, why don't you just want to get to know them? Like, just give them a chance, like at least one.
And and a lot of times it's just these people are the way they are because they always been treated that way, like that. I don't know, the weird person or something. But like you said, at some point we were the weird person. And
Yeah.
growing up, actually my family, they're very light skinned. Like especially my mom's side of the family, they're from Spain, so they're really light skinned, color eyes, whatever, blondes, whatever. And the state where I'm from, there are actually a lot of blonde people
Yes.
and so white. My sister is translucent, like so I was always being bullied, from kindergarten all the way till I came here. So it was always like I was the dark one, like they would call me all kinds of mean names. So when I came here, and that's one of the reasons why when people used to tell me like, "Oh, you should be a model," I was like, "Are they making fun of me?" Because like
Yeah.
I never really even heard somebody saying something pretty to me, and it was just a shock to me that people that were not in my country found me pretty, and they're like, "You're so exotic looking," and I was like, "I wasn't called that way."
You're like,
I can tell you all the
is
days I
this
was
the
told that.
correct English word?
Not that one. Exactly. I was like, they're really making fun of me, and I even cried a couple of times because I thought they were making fun of me. And so I was always like the outcast. And then of course coming over here, the only bullying I would get, it was because I was Mexican, and it was like there was this guy that I was um every time he was like sitting next to my locker, so we had the lockers right next to each other. And he will always say hi, and I'm saying hi with this big smile, like, "Oh, somebody say hi," blah blah. But later, when I kind of learned what he was telling me, he was actually smiling, but telling me, "You freaking beaner, go back to your country." And here I am smiling at this person for like ever. And when I found that out, I was like, "Oh my god!" And I was like, "But you know what? Whatever. It is what it is." And we move on. And actually, I care about where this person ended up. And I feel sorry for that person. And I kept on moving. You kept on
Yeah.
moving, and you learn from that. You learn from your own lessons, and that's why you don't leave other people out, because you were there at some point.
Yeah.
And if you haven't been there, then you're more lucky than us. So just try to help somebody, or just listen to a person. They'll be so grateful, so grateful. There's somebody that wrote to me to Facebook the other day, and they were going through a lot of stuff. And yeah, I was doing my stuff and things like that, but I was, trying to be there for the person. And then she, like, they sent me a present. It's like, "No, you didn't
Yeah.
have to do that." It's like, "Well, you were there for me." I was like, "No, no, no, but I didn't do it because of that." It's like, "No, it's because I've been trying to talk to somebody forever, and they don't listen. Like,
Yeah.
they're so busy with their lives, like nobody has time to listen to anybody else's." Like, I know you're busy, and you still gave me time, and you still have like probably 100 messages to answer, but you were still there for me when I was crying, when I was, and I was like, "Oh my god," but yeah, I don't do it for the gifts. I don't do
Yeah.
it for the recognition or anything. It's just for the feeling of I was there for somebody.
Yeah.
I made a person feel a little bit better. That's another thing about the TikToks. I do them so I can laugh, and I laugh a lot. And if I made one person smile, one person laugh, that made my day. If like 20 of them get pissed off, so sorry, just don't follow me. But because I've been getting so much crap because some of those videos. I mean, if you don't know, guys, TikTok most of the time you just use somebody else's audio. So it's not your voice, it's not
Yeah.
your thoughts. It's just something that I found funny, and then I'm just moving my lips and just repeating what they're saying. And the one I still hilarious, but some of them have like guys like half naked, like they don't have a t-shirt or some. I mean, it's just crazy. If you haven't been on TikTok, like the guys are so cute and the girls are amazing, beautiful, and you're like, "Man, is this real? Like, really?" Um. So yeah, so when you do like a duet or something, and there's these people there, they're always, like showing some of their attributes and things like that, and some people get offended. I just found it funny,
Yeah.
and I just laugh with it, and you guys should too, with anybody. I don't know. You haven't been on TikTok,
I
right?
haven't been. I haven't had a TikTok yet. I don't know. I haven't jumped into that realm yet.
I had to because everybody were pushing me to it, and I was like, "No, I mean, I barely have time to answer all my messages from all these social media." And my daughter is like, "Just do it, mom. Let's do one." And blah blah blah. Because she had it for a long time, and so I jumped in, and then she told me even last weekend, "Mom, have you noticed how many videos you did?" And I was like, "Well, I'm gonna try to take advantage when I have time, and I make all these videos.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna have time the rest of the week." And she's like, "I can't believe it, mom. Like, you have more followers than I do, and that's just not fair. You know how long I've been on TikTok?" And I'm like, "Oh." But it's funny. It's
Yeah,
funny.
there's some of them that I seen that you do, and I was like, oh my gosh, I was laughing so hard because there was this one. And then at first I was like, I didn't know it was TikTok because I'm still like fairly new to
Oh,
it.
okay, okay, yeah, yeah.
And I was like, who is this? Is this your relative? Hello? Hello? Who are you singing with? Girl, introduce me. Like, you know.
I know, and actually the funniest thing is like you when I do duets
Yeah.
and you do something with somebody else on TikTok, like I get to know them. Like they write me and then they're like, oh, thank you for making my duet, and then we become really good friends. They're like models and actors from Europe, and their answer, Prince Royce, answering my messages. I mean, like I did
Yeah.
a duet with him, and he wrote me, so like a lot of people that you like, well, they're more like down to earth than real people. I mean, they're real people, but you know
Yeah.
what I mean. Just
Yeah,
like people
yeah.
that don't do this stuff. I'm pretty sure they get thousands or millions of messages, and they're so down to earth. And I was like, oh, okay, cool,
Yeah.
and yeah, so getting to know all these new people is so amazing because like they have this TikTok where it's like, oh, hey, you're not on Facebook anymore, you're not on Instagram anymore. It's like I found a new life.
You're like,
TikTok.
find me on the TikTok.
Yeah, exactly. Oops, oops. But yeah, so that's one of the things, and there's a lot of stuff in there that makes you laugh so much. If you're having a down day, just go in there, you'll laugh. Also, there's a lot of stuff. I mean, people are really real there, so
Yeah.
they put they're going through this or that, and your heart just breaks. But
Yeah.
also put in a comment making, you supporting them that everything's gonna be fine, or message me if you need to, and they start feeling better.
Yeah.
So, and that's I haven't seen that with Facebook or Instagram. It's always like fighting and things like that. You see that on TikTok too, but not as much.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just think it's pretty funny, and I mean, you've seen them. I put them in
Yeah,
there.
they're great. So go check them out. One day I'll get into the TikTok. I'm like,
You should. Yeah.
I'm slowly getting there. I'm like, I need to manage my time.
No, but it is kind of strange because, like, people that know me, like, to take selfies is kind of hard for me still. I know it is still kind of hard. And to be filming yourself is even weirder.
Yeah, I think that's what gets me because then you're like trying to match up, but then you're trying to be like,
Yeah, and my daughter is like, oh, you can do this because I guess it has slow motion and things like that. I was like, I'm not going to learn all that stuff. I was like, if I don't get it or one going, like, whatever.
yeah,
We move to the next TikTok and we see what we can
like
do.
next, let's try this.
Yeah, because there's some that they're really fancy and then they do a lot of editing and things like that. It's like, no.
Yeah,
Either
yeah,
I do one or I do 10. So.
Yeah, I see some of the tutorials and like how they do it, and I'm like, no, that's too much time for me. I can't do that.
Yeah, you can do that. But definitely, if you don't have the time to make them, just go in there just to laugh a little bit. There's so many funny things, and but yeah, it's always don't judge other people. It's just for the fun of it. If you don't like something, you don't even have to like comment on it.
Yeah.
You don't even have to like it. Just keep on scrolling.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, just keep scrolling now.
Yes, exactly.
And so here's guys, we're listening to you. Sorry. So we're going to jump in and see some of these in here. Oh, Wisconsin in the house. Hello.
Oh, yeah, but this is my friend.
Mary, hello. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, Mary. He says another great person.
Susan.
Oh, Susan. No, thank you so much, Susan. He's always so nice and married too. So that used to be my addiction. I find out that I'm not very. Oh wow. Yeah, that's so not good. But you know what? Actually, what I started doing right after I quit the soda, mineral water.
Oh, okay.
That way, like I still feel the bubbles, like oh, it's soda, And if you put lime, it's just really, really good. So
see, I'm one of those people though that like I have to go all in or all out. Like I can't do stuff in the middle. So then when I drink water, like it just has to be straight water. Because like if I do stuff, then I just like want.
But if you're craving it so bad, just get the mineral water, and it's like okay, there's my soda. So you don't go back to the soda. Oh, Flama. Thank you, my love. That's what it means. Like, it was my love, like this. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching.
Michelle, okay, her name's Michelle. As some of you know in my show, but I call her Michelle. That's how I was introduced to her. So
oh, really?
Yeah, so it's always stuck with me. And then she's like, my name is Michelle. But I always introduce her. I'm like, this is Michelle.
It's so funny. I when I was working as a network engineer, my desk partner behind me, he was days, but we were still together for like 2, 3 hours. And I always call him John. It's like John and John and John and John for like 4 years. What did I be that we switched shifts and we ended up on the same shift? And then so they were saying, "Where's David?" And I'm like, "Which David? There's David over there." No, the David from here. And I was like, "No, this one is John." It's like, "No, his name is David." So he comes back to the desk, and I was like, "They're saying that your name is David." It's like, "That's what it is." Like, oh, well, you should tell me. Like 4 years calling you John, and he's like, "It's okay, I like it."
He's all yes. Yes.
Yeah, so there I am, John and David.
So when you're paging John or something, everyone doesn't know. He's like, I can't get in trouble.
Yeah.
my real name's David.
But it was just so crazy because, like he was behind me for 3 years and then we ended up being on the same desk, but just on the same shift. And that's when I found out his name was Michelle.
That's so funny. Rosalie, hello. Thank you for tuning in. We're trying to go back and hit them. Javier.
Oh, yeah, Javier Almeida. Hola, amiga. Hola, amigo. Un besote. Un besote. Espero que estés bien.
I will, Javi. I will try and get a TikTok.
Yeah, she needs to. I think you'll have a lot of fun. Michelle, it's good. It's great. It's a lot of my house to play TikTok. Yes, and just don't be discouraged because it's so funny. There's this TikTok where everybody uses it. Like I said, it's audio, so people use it basis. When I started TikTok and I thought I was so pretty and beautiful, and then I feel this latest, and it's like my confidence is going down. And they put that song like like what's it called that Asian
Oh, I'm not
with
sure.
people that sound like timber.
Okay.
Going down.
Oh
that,
yeah.
that song, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
No, not Asian.
What is it?
What's her name?
Puerto Rican sings it, doesn't he? No.
I don't know.
The timber, the
I remember
no.
that. But anyway, yeah, so it says that their confidence is going down when they see all these beautiful girls in there. And but you know what? Most of those girls, they do also a lot of fitness in there. They show you what they're doing when they're at the house and all these things. I mean, they're pretty cool. I haven't had an issue with any of them. So.
I need to do fitness. Shout out to Danielle. She's watching. Girl, I'm going to get into the fitness classes. Let me tell you.
Nelly. No, it's not Nelly. Kesha? Keisha. No? God, I think it's with a K.
Look it up, y'all.
Yeah, but it's the song Timber with Pitbull and her. But yeah, so that's what they do, and they're just really really funny things that they always like amaze me to find out. It's like how they thought of this? Like people really have a great imagination how they put things together,
Yeah.
But yeah, it is pretty cool.
The
I love
creative minds out there.
Yes. Exactly.
And so also for our viewers, you have a show here on KUHS, Canciones de Domingo, and it's on every Sunday for those of you that don't know. And so that's exciting because you're coming back on Sunday.
Yes, I miss so much because what I was doing at the
back
house.
in studio.
Yeah, back in the studio, but also on the air because I wasn't able to do the air. I was just able to do the interviews, and using Zoom. So it was like me on Zoom, they on Zoom, and Zoom. So yeah, so it is gonna be really awesome. I'm gonna have another guest on Sunday, the Black Widow. She's a wrestler from El Paso, Texas, and she was trained actually by Mexican wrestlers and American wrestlers. So she mixed both, and so she's really amazing. So she's gonna be through Zoom, but I'll be in the studio and I'll be on the air. So the people on the air will be able to hear the whole interview as well. So I'm really excited. I'm so excited.
We're so excited to have you back. And so let our viewers know what Canciones de Domingo is. So those that don't know, so they can get to know a little bit. And how long have you been doing this for?
Well, I just had my third year. I think it was February, March, something like that. No, it was February. And so Canciones de Domingo is Sunday songs. but it's a mix of bilingual songs and Spanish songs. I play a lot of people, a lot of music from our artists from New Mexico. So I just want to say hi to all of them. And thank you to Fran Dominguez that he sent me the new CD from Sangre Joven that we're going to be playing this Sunday. And so we play a lot of that music. I play music from like back in the 1960s, like Pedro Infante, Jorge Negrete, and then I mix it with reggaeton and, so think I'm crazy, but that's just how I am. I
Yeah.
like everything. Like we were talking about, if you don't get to know everybody, it doesn't matter like if they look weird, whatever you think like weird is, you don't get to know a lot of stuff and you don't get a lot of knowledge if you don't give them the opportunity. So with the music, it's the same. If you don't listen to everything, um, you don't expand your music knowledge.
Yeah.
So that's what I have. I make cumbias. I make and cumbias from back in the day to like new, like the reggaeton, bachata, cumbias, baladas, all the type of music. So if you want to hear the big, it's gonna be from 9 in the morning to 1 p.m. And we have the interview around 11:30 in the morning, Denver time. So yeah, so I hope you guys can tune in on Sunday to get to know the Black Widow.
Yes, and also to watch Sylvia's show because she's amazing.
Thank you.
And so now I've been able to like double dip on shows because I'm like, since we are not in physical church, I watch church and then tune into the show, so I'm like,
Exactly. So that's one of the things that I think supporting each other, that's a big thing. A lot of people, they just want you to support them, but
Yeah.
it doesn't work the same way back. And you get to a point where you're like, you know what, I think this is just too much, because people don't understand that we all have lives. You are busy, we are busy, and maybe a little bit more because we have more than one job, and being a mother, right? So when you send us something that can you support us on this? Yeah, of course I can. But you see that they never even support you. They don't watch your shows, or they only watch your show when they want to be, on it. And it kind of gets like you can't be wasting your time like that anymore.
Yeah.
If you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours, and let's keep on moving. And that's one of the things, supporting each other, supporting, our fellow BBJs. I mean, every show here in KUHS is amazing.
Yes.
I mean, the guests that we have, they're just incredible, from artists to athletes to uh, everything.
Yeah, it's so well rounded, and so if you have, and it's like such a melting pot
Yes.
here on the show on KUHS Denver. Like so many different walks, so many different shows, and just all the guests that they bring in, like everybody brings in,
Yeah.
is so diverse, and it's just amazing because and especially when you bring a lot of local talent in too. You're like, wow, I didn't know that was here in Denver.
Exactly.
Yeah, and
Because you
so
have your connections, I have my connections, so and so has their connections, and when we find out, it's like, wow, I didn't know you know this person, or I didn't know about this person, or things like that. And that's what I said. Like, if you don't give the opportunity to the other people to show you what they know, who they know, or things like that, you're never gonna find out.
yeah, and one of the crazy things that I always tell people too is like it doesn't cost you to support somebody, right? Because even like on our shows, hitting a like, putting a comment, just sharing, it doesn't cost you anything, but it supports that person so much more than you would think.
Exactly. Exactly. A lot of people is like, oh, I saw your photo. You look amazing. I was like, are you sure you saw it? I didn't see like a like or anything. And they're like, oh no, I'm just telling you directly. Thank you. Appreciate it.
You're like,
It's like that's but because we're on this business, that's where it counts. Unfortunately,
yeah,
the amount of people that watches, especially to get sponsors and things like that, they want to see how many people are really watching your show, how many people really knows about it, and all of that stuff is the stats.
yeah. And when you start getting in this business, because a lot of people think like, you just jump in and you're golden and everything that's already set up for you is set up and it's ready to go. But it's not. Like, it's work.
It is work.
It's an actual job. It's not. A lot of people are like, oh, you just have to go in and just do whatever.
You just go and listen, and that's it. And no, I mean, I have a friend that she was telling me the other day. that she was so happy that I was doing TikToks because she knows like my personal life, like I'm more like shy, right? And she says, I don't know how you cannot take a selfie or do a TikTok, but there you are doing movies and taking all these photos. It's like, well, that's different. That's not like it's a job, so I'll do my job and that's it. And then here I am like more shy. So actually with the TikToks, I'm kind of coming out my funny side is coming now that I was saying that usually we cannot get it out there because sometimes we have really serious guests and we
Yeah.
have a serious topic to talk about and we cannot be funny about it. So a lot of people don't know that side of me. I'm really goofy. I mean, I'm just a person that if you see one of my photos, you would never think I'm the way I am. That's
She's so much fun, guys. We mess around here. If you only seen some of the stuff behind the scenes, I was even saying, oh, so we were on an IG live before you got here. We're gonna lock the door on Sylvia. I was like, he's all, should I do it? I was like, just do it, just do it. I was like, we'll record her when she comes in.
yes. And they did, and I'm like, here I am, like with stuff, and like I didn't know how I looked because I just got my glasses and run because I was late.
Well, it caught me off guard because I go, when she walks in, I'm gonna play that song and be like, Mesa, 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 I was like, get up there. And then he's like, she's here.
Yeah. So you weren't expecting, I was late and she wasn't expecting me yet.
I was like, no, I was like, okay, she's coming. I was like, she'll be here. I was like, when she walks in, I was like, we're gonna lock the door because she has to knock. I was like, but we show up fashionably late. That's okay. That's how we are.
But see, like I said, I mean, traffic, like, you guys really disappointed me. What the heck are you guys doing
It's all your fault.
Yes. But, well, actually, I got here just on time. But I didn't know they were playing. I mean, I heard it all the way in the elevator, but I didn't know they were playing.
We were messing around, and then we had to get in a photo shoot before we went on air. Usually we do it after air, but I was like, nope.
Yeah, we did it before because I sweated and.
I was like, my queen, let's get. I was like, you should see me. I was over here all like, ready, pose, Sylvia, go, go, go.
We did call. We might take a little bit more, once we're done with this. And but that was really amazing. And it was actually really nice. Like I said, I wasn't still in the elevator when I heard them. They were laughing. They were like so loud, and I was like, oh, it's good.
We're loud.
Yeah.
I'm super loud. I try to be quiet sometimes. You know when I'm
Church.
quiet.
Yeah, in church.
No, even in church, I'm like, well, not like, I'm a good loud though, huh? Come on, church people. I'm like, Jesus, praise him. Yes.
You like those ones that are like, hallelujah.
Yes. I'm
like making somebody jump from the
I'm the one that gets up with something.
Yes.
Preach that.
Well, it's good, it's good. But a lot of people, they're not used to that, so they kind of jump off, like, oh,
yeah.
Okay, yes.
You always know when someone new is sitting next to you.
They
don't know, and you're like, I'll be sitting there, and the word is good, like you're receiving the word, and I'm like, yes, hallelujah, and like I'll get up because like you're really like into the word and like you're receiving from God, and you're like, yes, and like the person's been there and they like you get up and you're like, preach, PT, preach, and they're like, oh, like they get all scared, like, what is she doing? Is she allowed to do that?
Well, I think now everybody actually like get up and dance and everything,
Yeah.
So, it's all about having fun and listening and feeling good.
Yeah.
So I think it's all good.
Yes.
It's all good.
And then also speaking, I know like we weren't speaking about church, but it just reminded me because I wanted to let you guys know that the food bank is out there to help you guys. So anybody in the community that might need help, yourself or anybody that you might know, all you have to do is call and make an appointment. The phone number is 303-789-0501. You can make an appointment and they will set you up with food, diapers, formula, anything that you might need. And so if you or anyone else needs help during this time, just know that the food bank is there to help you. And also on Sundays, every Sunday from 12 to 1, the Potter's House is open to everybody in the community. Doesn't matter where you're from, and their food bank is open as well.
You can just drive by.
You could just drive up. It's a drive-through food bank, and so that one you don't have to make an appointment. but you can go through and drive through. And so there's a lot of resources out there, guys, for those of you that still need help or know someone who needs help. We're here to give you those options and help you guys, and we just want to make sure you're good and that you're taken care of as well.
Yeah, and a lot of people. This is another thing. My father-in-law, he volunteers at a church, and they do the food bank. And he was saying that now there's Lexus, Mercedes-Benz, driving to get food, and you don't have to be, embarrassed of doing it. I mean, if you need it, you need it.
Yeah.
It is like a situation right now that not all of us are getting paid for our work. So if you need the food, don't be shy, don't be embarrassed, don't feel like it's gonna be something like on your record. They see it kind of like, oh my God, if I do this, like I'm gonna like get a spot on my resume or something. No, it is something that if you need it, go ahead and get it. And like you were saying, I mean, one of the food banks you do have to call,
Yeah.
and then they'll let you know where they're located, and the other one is drive up. So there's many more food banks around. If you live like certain places, just search it up. There's a lot of chefs that are doing this, and a lot of businesses as well.
Yeah, and I know there's where I'm from, I live in Erie, and so Erie has their food bank as well, and they help and they have those resources. And guys, theirs might be more close to like closer in town. So I don't think they're open as wide, but they're closer to their community, like
Yes.
Erie, Lafayette, like Frederick, stuff like that. But there's a lot of resources. So if you need help, there's a lot of communities out there that are helping out and feeding those that need it or helping just any way they can. I even know some of the food banks have been giving like gift cards so you can go out there and get other stuff that you might need.
Giving gas,
Yeah.
like they were giving gas gift cards. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think all our communities are doing something special, and so just make sure you do your research. If you don't know, I'm pretty sure any local church will tell you where
Yeah.
this help is at, because they have to tell their people like go here or go there, so they should know everything. And if you need clothes, whatever it is, they're more than welcome to help out with that.
Yeah, and there's a lot of places that take donations still too. So if you have anything that you want to donate, give them a call. They'll take it. Um, I'm sure they go through everything. I know there's certain guidelines, stuff like that. They
Yeah,
have
especially
to.
with the COVID now, I know like big things they don't take, like couches and things like that, just because they're afraid that they're contaminated.
Yeah.
So they're taking precautions. And so yeah, don't think that because it's like second handed, like they didn't look at any of the stuff. Believe me, because we have donated a lot of things, and they're like, this one can't go in there because it needs to be like sanitized or whatever.
Yeah.
And of course, if I said, well, it is, then I'm gonna take my word. So, but yeah, but there are certain things. So everything that they're giving away, it is clean.
Yeah. So. Yes. And so reach out if you need to reach out. And so the one food bank that is helping with food, diapers, and formula, that one you do need to make an appointment. And that is 303-789-0501 for those of you that might need that. And again, there's a lot of churches. Your dad?
Well, my father-in-law, he's in Parker. So yeah, in Parker, they're actually like more than 4 churches, like doing this.
Yeah, and then again, like the one that I know just because I go there, the Potter's House of Denver. There's this Sunday noon to 1 every Sunday, so they're open every Sunday. So there's a lot of resources out there for you guys, and
Yes.
and to help you out. And we just want to make sure you guys are, being taken care of and that you're being safe. And
being safe is a big thing. So please, if you don't have to go out, even though that there's a lot of stuff, opening out there, if you're like so desperate to go out, just make sure you still wear your mask, your gloves, things like that, so that way you don't spread it. Like I said, people keep saying, this is not real, this is not real, or the government did this. It's like, who cares? People are dying from it. It's the truth.
Yeah, and quit making traffic so bad that Sylvia can't get here. I don't know what y'all
Please
problem
don't tell me
is.
to stay home. I do want to come here like not an hour ahead of time.
And so, y'all, I'm just so excited you came on today, and I just wanted to celebrate, like all the accomplishments
Thank you.
that you
Thank
have
you.
made and that you're still doing because she's constantly working. And that's what I love about Sylvia too, because she's always just pushing and moving forward. And I've told you before, and I probably don't tell you a lot, but you know, like you inspire me so much, and I
Thank
just
you.
look up to you because I'm just like you don't let anything like get in your way, and not that it's not like a you don't care attitude, but you don't let people like bring you down, and I love that because it's like I want that confidence. I want to keep pushing like she does, and I want to keep pushing for our
Thank you.
people like you do, and so. I just love you so dearly, and I
Thank you
just
so much.
thank you
Appreciate it
so much
so
for being
much.
on here. And you're just such a queen, and I had to celebrate you,
Thank
queen.
you. Thank you. I
And
appreciate it.
yes, so my queen on here, and go check her out on Sundays on Canciones de Domingo, and at 11 a.m.
Well, 11:30 is the interview, but we start the music at 9 a.m. On the air.
Okay, yeah. So I'm like, I think because I'm always hitting on interviews.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's usually from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. and then we do the interviews around 11:30 until sometimes 1. Depends on the guest and how
Yeah.
much stuff, how much information we need to give out and stuff like that. So thank
Yes.
you.
So thank you so much. And you know, before we even sign out, and I know we're over a little time, guys, but you love us. You've been enjoying us, and we enjoy you. So we love you. Well, one thing I wanted to ask you is what is one thing that has inspired you, or one thing that someone has told you, or even maybe a quote that you've heard that has always stuck with you, that's like motivated you, that you would want to share with our audience, that maybe it would motivate them and inspire them as well.
Well, just quite a few things. Well, the first one, like, for not to let anything, get on your way. I'm not saying that, like, I don't have feelings and it doesn't matter when something happens. Of course it does. But then you start thinking, the only one that is gonna make you get out of where you are is yourself. Nobody else is gonna get you out of where you are. If you don't, if anybody, especially like being and doing so much stuff, like a lot of things you cannot share with people
Yeah.
because it's like family, and then they start talking stuff and things like that, and then it's drama and all these things. So just push yourself out there, and you're somebody that, like you said, people are looking like towards you to see what you're doing, and especially if you're a model, like not a model for modeling fashion, but just a real model, is something that you want to tell people, hey, I've been there and I got up and I kept on going.
Mm-hmm.
That's another thing that I was telling you, like when people sometimes they talk to me, it's like, oh, I've been there. No, you have not. It's like, well, I never say it, but I have been, and I
Yeah.
can help you with that, and I've been through a lot of stuff that people have no idea. But it's just like, okay, you know what? I worked so hard to be where I am. I'm not gonna let anything or anybody, put me down or bring me down. It's always, fighting forward, and especially because in this country, we want to show everybody that we come here and we have a goal. We don't have just like, let's try to take advantage of the government. Let's do all mean things, and let's just all be rude. You want to be like, I came to this country. I went to college. I have a career. I'm doing my best. I'm helping people. And I'm not turning my back on people that really need me. And that's one of the big things that makes me keep on going. It says, don't let there's a quote that I totally forgot how it actually goes. It says, they used to says talk, like you don't have to talk about it. It's like
Yeah.
everybody's gonna know it, even though if you don't say everything that you do.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things that I think that keeps me going, and yeah, that's what I said. I had haters through my whole life. And you don't get immune. Sometimes it hurts, but now you cannot deal with it. You learn how to deal with
Yeah.
things. It's not that you don't have feelings. You learn how to deal with it. It's up to you how you're gonna take that.
Yeah.
It's like, am I gonna stay at home and cry about it because this person thinks this of me, or am I gonna go out there and I'm gonna show this 1,000 people that really love me and they want the best for me? It's one person towards thousands. So let's not listen to this person. Let's
Yeah.
keep on going.
In the prophet words of Aaliyah, pick yourself up and try again.
Exactly, exactly. It's always on us, how we take things. A lot of times, we take everything very personal. somebody says like, "Oh, you're so loud," and then you start thinking like, "Oh, am I so annoying?" But you can think of like, "Yeah, I'm loud because I'm so excited about this subject that we're talking about,
Yeah.
and I'm passionate about it. That's why I'm so loud." Okay, that's it.
If they told me I was loud, girl, I'd be like, hold on. Pull out my blowhorn. Okay.
Like that. But it's always how you take it. So I'm learning. I mean, like I said, like, this quarantine time, it's been like teaching me a lot of stuff. Like I said, spiritually, I've been studying a lot of things, universe and things like that, and I've been trying to think a little bit different on how people were getting down to me because used to still get me a lot. I'll be not showing it, but it was still getting me because that's one of the things. Like being an Aquarius, we're strong, we ain't going down, but it's still like inside you were like it's hurting. But I actually learned how to take things, and it's like, you know what? If you want to think that, that's fine. That's totally fine. I'm not gonna try to change your mind. But if you wanna, harm me, then just move away, or I move away, and that's it. No, I don't like drama. I don't like to go off on people. And when they make me, then they do it.
Then get ready,
Yeah, but it's up to you.
Listo.
Yeah, but you have to just be ready and learn how to take things. How you want things to affect you. You have that control to.
Yeah, you do. You definitely have the control, and again, I like how you said that, like your perspective of knowing things, and it's through those trials and through those tribulations, everything that we go through is growth.
Yeah.
And you have to look at it that way. And I know, like, even for me, it took the longest time to realize, like, I would go through things over and over again because I wasn't learning from them. And so then
the karma keeps on going until you learn your lesson.
Yeah, and you just got to keep growing and keep learning and keep stretching and just keep pushing forward and just go.
If you see a person that has a lot of knowledge, believe me, they didn't get it from a book. They didn't get it from watching a documentary or anything like that. It's because of their own experiences, and that's what people is like. How do you know so much? Well, like life has been hard. It's not easy. It hasn't been easy. The thing that you guys see out there is uh, I don't like to be negative. Like I don't like to be posting like, oh, this happened to me today. Because imagine all the people that are being reading that actually care about me, they will be feeling down. Do I want to make people that they care about me like feel sad for me? No. So I don't post it. But when it comes to the time that people need me, because of that experience that I just went through, I'm more than happy to be there and then share my experience. But as far as like you're never gonna know what I went through if you never even give me the opportunity to get to know me.
Yeah. And I know that's one thing that we have talked about previously before too, about our words and speaking words of life and words of death. And and when, like you said, if you're going and posting stuff on Facebook or wherever it may be, like you're kind of letting like you're vomiting those words out, and it's just like screaming over everybody. And it's like why? Like why? Like you don't like it when you see it, so why would you want everybody else
to see it that way? And most of the time this is true. Like if you put something out there, 80% of the people are gonna be happy that you're going through that, and 20% of the people probably won't even. So sometimes it's like nobody really actually caring about your stuff. But so just be positive. If you're going through something hard and if you want to share it, and just be aware the way you share things. So that way they see also the positive thing of it. Like I'm going through this, but this is how I'm gonna make it out, or something like that. If you want to share what you're going through, instead of being like, oh my God, this and this and this and this and this and that, and you guys are this and this. Because a lot of people when they get upset, they say, "F you, all of you," and you kind of like, what happened? What did I do?
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing that to me? Like, and that's just not cool. Like, I usually just unfollow the person, or when you're in your profile picture, flipping somebody off, I actually don't appreciate that either. So you'll be deleted or you'll be ignored. Because I mean that's you send somebody a friend request with that picture. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
You see it, you're like, oh my God, what did I do to you?
Yes. And also too, and not that you can't ever post anything, you know what I mean? And I think too, just to kind of put that out there, is just there's a difference from being transparent than just spitting out words of
Hey,
yeah, hate and just um, just not so good stuff. And so, there's one thing about being transparent in who you are and where you've been and the things you've gone through, but also putting the positive on that. And so it's always good to be humble and transparent, but
yeah.
don't be spilling out words of vomit all over.
Especially like when it comes to religion and politics, that's some subjects that usually you just keep on scrolling. Unless you're really agreeing with that person, then comment something. But if you don't agree at all and you just want to feel make that person feel worse, it's not even worth it. You're making yourself ready to do a fight, and who really wants that? Who really wants to fight? There's so much stuff going on in the world already to create individual fights. If you don't like what they're posting, I mean, I know like yesterday, Denver was pretty bad at the Capitol, and there's some things that I didn't agree with. Some more things like okay, it is good, but as far as like trashing the Capitol building, that is the money that is going to be used to fix the Capitol building. It's going to come from our taxes. So it's like, really, guys, like, let's be a little bit smarter than that.
Yeah, yeah,
So that's one of the things that I said. When you do something like that, it's a process. You kind of have to be more aware of what is actually happening because there's a lot of people that they just go in there just to do something bad. They're not
yeah,
even like against or with it. They just want to be there to start breaking stuff out. I mean, all the cars that they were vandalized and they were cars that were just parked.
yeah.
They were not doing anything to you.
They were in the way, dang it.
Well, like they were saying, all that stuff that happened in was it Minnesota?
Yeah,
And they're saying all the people from Minnesota they already done with their Christmas shopping. I mean, they went into the Targets and everything and they stole TVs and they stole all the electronics because they were defending this guy's life. How does that relate? Not at all. So there's a lot of those things that don't match. So make sure when you're doing something for the right cause that you are actually doing it for that and that you are actually doing something to make a difference, not to make it worse.
yeah, yeah. And I mean, always stand up for what's just. I believe that with my whole heart. But like you said, you gotta do it with the right intentions.
Have a plan of attack
And
kind of thing.
and granted, like you said though too, there's those people that just show up to make their narrative different or things different, and that's just the world we live in generally. In anything, even people twisting your words, twist what you say, or you know anything like even like how you were talking earlier, like people think a certain perspective of you by the pictures you post, so like they don't really get to know who you are.
Exactly.
So there's always like that spin, and just be mindful of like who's around you because you never know who are the ones that are trying to just cause something, or even make like a bad name for you. So always be aware of like your surroundings and that. So yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So make sure that when you go out there, you do the positive stuff, even if you don't feel really good at the time. Just try to be positive, and things will change. Be grateful, and that's one of the things I'm learning too. That when you're kind of down and start giving thanks for the blessings that you have, your attitude changes and everything starts getting better during the day. So.
Wake up every morning, y'all. Thank
Thank you,
God that
thank
you're
you,
awake,
thank
you're
you.
alive and breathing.
Exactly. And that that your family is alive, and in the last 2 weeks I actually lost 3 cousins, and it was it is pretty insane. Like I was telling my mom when my second cousin passed, I said, I heard that the dead comes in threes, and
Yeah.
and then my mom was like, oh my god. And then last night I called and gave her the news of the third one. I was like, from the same side of the family, so it's been pretty crazy, and although just one died from the COVID, and it's still pretty sad because the funerals cannot be like they used to be. They don't let a lot of people be together, like for the funerals or for the church service or any of that stuff. So you being part of the family and not being able to even show up.
Yeah. I know that's even like my grandma, she's sick and she went back to the hospital, and it's hard hard because like no one can even be in the hospital with you. Like so you're
Yes.
just sitting there waiting and with in her case like she's still in like the emergency area so like there's no phone to call yet
Yeah.
or no one so you're just on standby and you can't be there and
And
you're
you
not
don't know if she
allowed to
needs
go
anything,
in.
and is there anybody like really taking care of her? And it is so overwhelming that you can't do anything.
Yeah, and so you're just like constant like on edge, like what's happening, and so yeah, it's definitely not like how it used to be, and so cherish your loved ones and cherish
Yes.
those around you, and tomorrow's never promised, and I think we all see that, we all know that, and you know,
Yeah. But yeah, so we're starting going into kind of a normal thing, but it's still kind of be careful, the mask, the gloves, and everything, and just make sure if you go to a place and that place says that is a mask, that you need to be wearing a mask to be in the place. Don't start fighting with the employees or the owner of whatever places you're going. It is something that is needed, and like they were saying, maybe we're gonna be using masks for like the rest of our lives. It is saving a lot of people from getting sick, even just a regular flu, a regular cold. I usually get so sick. Actually, last year at this time, I had pneumonia, and I had it for almost 3 months. I thought I was not gonna make it, and usually I get pneumonia bronchitis. And this year I've been fine. I have not gotten sick at all.
and she found
Yeah, no colds or anything. So I'm liking this quarantine thing, and also I'm liking the mask stuff. But I'm gonna start getting out there, like I said, just here at the studio because I miss my people from the air, and it's been 3 months.
Yeah.
It's been 3 months that I've been inside the house, and even though it was kind of hard because my daughter just told me, "Where are you going, mom?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm going to the studio." I don't want you to leave. I was like, "Oh, that hurt." I was like, "But I have to."
Mine are like, bye. I have boys though.
Oh yeah, my boy and my girl. I told my girl like, "But you're always doing something." And it's like, "Well, it's no, but I know you're at the house." Like, okay.
Oh, that just means they live.
Yeah, sure hope so. But
And
yeah.
then Mike, I wanted to give Mike a shout out because Mike's always on here, and then he said,
Silvia acá la doña, you both look gorgeous. Thank you so much. Yeah, he called me la doña for Doña Felix, Maria Felix.
"Oh,
You know
no."
who she is? Maria Felix is one of the biggest Mexican actresses. She is like la doña for like given the respect that she deserves. She Everybody wanted to be la doña. She's I'm gonna have to send you her story
Yes.
so you can see it. But yeah, doña Maria Felix. So thank you, Mike. I love you, and once we started socializing a little bit more, we have a lot of stuff to talk about, and we have food to eat.
And once we can, we're gonna be throwing a KUHS party. Come on, y'all, because we're ready for it. We're ready for you. We want to celebrate with you.
Well, thank you so much, Michelle, for praying for the family. Thank you so much. It's been a hard times. Hard times, and but the crazy thing too is my cousins, the one that passed away, they were sisters. One was the youngest one, and the other one was the oldest one. And so it is making it really hard. But they're together, and actually my aunt, their mom passed away 8 years ago from cancer, so there's three of them together. Yeah.
Yes, we are praying. Yes. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in as always. And I'm so glad I get to celebrate you today. I'm like, yes, I was
Thank
so
you.
excited.
I even cut my own hair because the people that cut my hair usually they're still not open. So I cut my own hair this morning, and my daughter said it was good.
It looks good. Yeah, no, it looks good.
Since it was like so it was shaved, so it grew kind of all weird, and I cut it myself. So I'm like, okay, so
It looks good.
thank you.
You did good, girl. See, she's always doing something. Always.
I was actually gonna bake a cake to bring you guys some, and then I totally forgot about it until I was getting in the shower. I was like, no, there's no time.
That was me yesterday. I really was. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna like try and make spring clean cupcakes.
Oh my gosh.
And I was like, it can't be that hard, right? I don't know. I've never made spring clean, so that's new to me. So I was like, let me try it. And then I was like looking at it, and I was like, Yeah, this ain't gonna happen by
Yeah, the
tomorrow.
ingredients are like really different than the regular cake. Yeah, I like to
Yeah.
make that. The cake, I make it. I haven't made it in a long time actually. But yeah, that's what I was like. I'm gonna make a cake and I'm gonna make a cake for Lolita and Pepe. And then I totally forgot. I don't know what happened. I forgot.
Like,
But I promise I'll bring one. One of these.
we should just
Soon,
have
soon.
like a food get together potluck for us.
Like, yes,
Yes.
yes.
All right.
I'll make all the desserts.
All the rest of the BDJs that are listening, we're gonna do a potluck. So if you're the one bringing drinks, we know you can't cook.
Oh, no, start bringing food because drinks, like I said, I just do water. So make sure you guys bring good food.
Yes.
Make it worth it.
Yes.
Make it worth it. I make every calorie and carb worth it. Yes.
And then we'll make sure we walk down the stairs instead of the elevator too.
Yeah, I'll take off my heels.
Yeah.
But yeah, but no, thank you so much, Melissa, for
Yes,
having
thank
me. And
you.
you're a queen too. You're working hard. You have your kids. You're volunteering. You're helping our community so much, and I really appreciate that you're asking me to be here.
Yes, I love you so much,
Love you
and
too.
I'm so glad you're here today. Oh, she's a freaking happy. Well, we just want to thank you guys again for tuning in. For all of our viewers out there, for all of you that watch KUHS, for those of you on my show Ignite with Melissa and Canciones de Domingo, thank you guys so much. We love you guys so much, and always taking the time to, bring us into your homes, your airwaves, your cars, wherever it may be. We thank you so much, and we just appreciate you guys. Continue staying safe out there. Continue to stand up for what's right. See something, say something. It never gets old. That saying never gets old because it is true. Like, see something, say something, guys. And yeah, I just thank you guys so much. And y'all girl, y'all reina, Sylvia, signing out.
Thank you so much. Thank you for watching, and I'll wait for you guys on Sunday at 11:30. That will be the Facebook Live with Black Widow, the wrestler. And like I said, there's a video out there that I put on the promo. You can see how good she is. You don't want to miss with her. And yeah, so let's get to know a little bit more of her. And also, she also has a professional career. So
Ooh.
that is really wonderful. That's one of the things that, all the people out there that have different careers and just to, sometimes people that are in this business, on the entertainment business, it's not enough money to support ourselves, so we have to have a second career. And so I admire you guys because it is a lot of work,
Yeah.
it is a lot of time. So, and like you really said, so thank you so much. Thank you. Many blessings.
Thank you guys. Yes, thank you so much. And as always, how I always like to tell you guys, just in case no one has told you today, I want you to know that you have purpose, you are loved, and you belong. So, y'all reinas, well, this is reina. And your girl signing out. KUHS Denver. Love, peace, and God bless y'all.
Love you. If it was late. That was wonderful. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Well, thank